friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we're just going to do a chill get ready with me. I've got a heap of new makeup products in that I'm playing with and I just want to chill, play with them, hang out with you guys and hopefully have a good old-fashioned makeup time. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and do the YouTubey things like subscribe, hit that notification bell and let's get into it. Alright friends, you know the deal. You are zoomed in nice and close, 4K, no filters, and everything I use on my face today will be linked in the description box down below for you guys. If you're interested in shopping through them though, they are affiliate links, so thank you so much. Alright, I have a lot of new products that I either got in PR. What's Up Beauty sent me a heap of PR, which is awesome. I finally picked up an Hermes eyeshadow quad in the Black Friday sales, and I got a few other pieces here that I picked up in the Black Friday sales, like the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Primer that so many of you have been asking me about, the new Luminous Silk Liquid Highlighter from Giorgio Armani. I finally picked up one of the glosses from them. And we've just got random bits of new pieces of makeup. I finally got the KJH Cross Spectrum brushes that we'll have a play with, or I've been playing with them anyway. You know, just some fun makeup bits and pieces. We're gonna do eyes first. I'm gonna prime with my Hourglass primer today. It's actually been a hot minute since I filmed, so I'm a bit all over the place today, that's why. Last week, so this should go up in a couple of days. Last week I didn't get a video up until like Sunday because I had like a 3-day migraine, and then when I got back to work I was so busy, so I just didn't have time. And I haven't had time to film or anything, so I just feel so out of it with my channel right now. It sucks. Anyway, I picked up the Hermes quad in Ombre Fumise. So let's unbox it because I actually picked this up of Cult Beauty. Cult Beauty had 25% off their Hermes, like their site for Black Friday, and they have Hermes now, and it was I didn't expect it to include Hermes makeup, and it did, so I was like, okay, now's the time to pick up one of their eyeshadow quads. And I just love that it comes in like the little orange box, just all about the Hermes like packaging and experience. And then it comes in a little pouch, and then you have like your standard like Hermes kind of compact packaging. I don't know why that's not focusing, sorry team. And then this is the color of the quad that I got. Is it gonna focus? Let me see. There we go. Okay, so that is the color of the quad right there. Very much a me color story. I'm gonna quickly insert some swatches for you guys and then we'll come back and play with it. I believe normally this is about 175 Australian dollars, and then obviously depending on your currency is going to be dependent on the price for you. So I think this came down to like 130 something in the sale from my knowledge. So yeah, much happier paying that price than 175. But let's see how these perform, because I have always been intrigued by these Hermes quads. I really am intrigued by all luxury makeup brands, to be honest with you, so I wanted to try this for a while. I'm going to take my Rephr 33 and go into this shade right here, which I think is a nice little, or is going to be a nice little transition shade. And it was kind of hard to pick a quad because there wasn't like I mean, you look at this and think this is a perfect color story for me, and it is, but I'm not, like I like the silver, but it's not a silver that I would use all the time. But then the others didn't have, they just didn't have a perfect color story quad for me. But then I have been in store before and swatched these, and they surprisingly swatch really pretty. So there was actually another one with the orangey matte shade that I also was interested in picking up, because I know the metallics in that quad swatch really lovely. So I guess I can always pick that up maybe at a later date for on sale if I see it again. But I just thought these mattes would be something that I would wear all the time at least. So that's very softly pigmented. I might just switch brush to a Rephr, sorry, this is actually a Lisa Eldridge just blender brush, just because it's a little bit easier to get into the small pan here. And to be honest, I actually don't know if I've even seen anyone ever kind of use these. I probably have, but it's probably been ages ago because they've been out for a long time, you know. That's a nice soft shade actually. Instantly I can tell you if you're wanting something that's like quite pigmented, like a Natasha Denona kind of matte formula, you won't like this. If you're someone that just wants a soft wash of color, you'll probably prefer this, just because this isn't instantly like intensely pigmented. I'm having to kind of like build it, but it's blending out quite lovely and it's a nice soft shade. If you're probably much deeper than me though, I don't know if this shade will show up that much on you, but that is pretty to me. Like that all over the lid it's nice and easy and fuss free to like use. The other thing I like about these is they're like refills. So once, either if you use this up or even if you wanted to, you could get like, I guess use this as the compact, and then the other color stories you could pick up as like refills and just interchange them, I guess, if you wanted to, which I don't mind that. I think that's quite handy. And this is about the size, the compact size of the highlighter. So it's not as big as the bronzer, it's smaller than you think, the compact size of this. I'm not mad at how this is performing. It's definitely a softer formula. It's not as pigmented. And I think that's either for you or it's not. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has different preferences. It's going to depend on your style of makeup, but that is quite pretty. One of those shades as well for me that like you can just pop that on as a one and done and then wear a bold lip and it looks stunning. Now I'm going to pick up this Spectrum Cross KJH 11 brush, and actually there's a few of her eyeshadow brushes that I've really been liking from this set, and I also really like the handles. They're so pretty and kind of like they're a bit thicker, like a paintbrush kind of thing almost, and they have got a little bit of weight to them, and I really like it. It makes a difference. Now I'm going to go into this shadow right here and we'll see how this builds. It looks like there's shadow on this brush already, but it's like wiped off on my Sigma switch. If you can hear my stomach like rumbling, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I just had my breakfast. Okay, this one's definitely more pigmented than I was anticipating actually, so we're just gonna softly, this brush is kind of shaped like a fluffy kind of Sigma E25, if you will. Oh, that shade is so pretty. That is a pretty shade. Oh, I like that. Even that all over the lid, like a smoky, like a soft smoky eye. This eye is always so funny because it's such a different shape to this one, especially where like the bone is and the hood is, that I have to like use a different tactic to blend out my shadow on this eye versus the other eye. So I'm just squiggling and softly buffing this through here. Oh, I like that shade a lot. I didn't expect to like this shade as much as I do. In the swatch and in the pan, this has like a slight, almost like shimmer to it, but it doesn't come across on the eye. And if anything, I think that slight shimmer, what it's doing is making it smoother looking on the eye. So I think if you have textured lids or more mature lids, that shadow is going to look really pretty. So I'm just going back into that Lisa Eldridge brush and going into that first shade, and I'll just softly do this. Don't worry, everything looks a bit messy to begin with and then it all kind of comes together. I'll do intensifiers on this eye and nothing on this eye. So intensifiers is kind of like a glitter glue, if you will, if you're new here. I use it religiously. I'm just going to take my Bissioto flat brush and let's go into the silver now and see how it performs with a brush first. This metallic feels like a little bit of a thicker, almost cream-like formula, so Be interested to see how it goes. So this has no intensifiers. So I'm just going to press this on the lid. It's kind of going on like a bit of a fairy dusting, which is nice. It's not like intensely opaque with on the no intensifier side, which is actually kind of nice because it's quite subtle. Nothing rave worthy though. Now let's have a look at the intensifier side. Oh, that's nice. So you can tell a lot more pigmented on this side, but I actually really, look, it's nothing wowing, don't get me wrong, but I like it because it's not this like intense tinny metallic and too shiny. So actually for like the everyday, it's kind of a nice silver for the everyday, if you will, more like a satin almost. I'm just gonna take some on my finger and just see how that kind of like amps it up, which it does. Ooh, that's pretty. It is a slightly thicker metallic formula though, so you might want to, it might make more mature lids look a little bit more textured if you're not careful. You probably just want to use less. You don't want to amp it up too much, I think. But you can amp it up. I actually like that because you can really tampen that down, but you can also quite amp that up. Now, is that again like a Natasha Denona Pat McGrath Labs like indie metallic? No, it's very, very subtle. I would even say like almost verging on a satiny type shade, but actually I kind of like that for this kind of a shade and like using it on the everyday. I don't mind it, truly. Just going back into that KJH 11 and that that second matte shade we went into. I'll just marry out here. I really like this brush from the KJH set, by the way. I got this set as well for like 30% off, I think it was. So it came down to like, I don't know what it came down to actually, but it was a lot cheaper, like a lot cheaper, the whole set, which is exciting. I've been wanting to try it for ages. Oh, that's looking really nice, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pick up a Spectrum KJH 19 little fluffy brush, and this is also one of my favorite brushes from this set. I've really come to like this because it's like a small little blending brush like the Rephr 14, but it's like really fluffy. So it's just something a little bit different. I like it. So I'm going to go into a little bit of the black and let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice because it's not too, I love a black that's not intensely pigmented because blacks intimidate me like no buggery. That's pretty. I am really liking this, you guys. Oh, all right, we're gonna leave it there because I'm just gonna get too intense otherwise, and I don't want to do that. Let's move on to primer, and I'm gonna use the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Primer. Quite a few of you guys have been asking me to try this. You wanted to see what I've been thinking about it, and I have been wanting to try it for a while too. It was just, it's very expensive. I think like full price is like 160 Australian dollars. But David Jones had it for, David Jones is kind of like our Nordstrom, I guess. They had it for like 20% off, I think. So I was like, okay, now's the time to pick it up. So I have worn this 4 times actually, and I really like it. Now, I think if you have really dry skin, do not pick this up because it does mattify, but it doesn't mattify. So I have sensitive combination skin, just in case you're new here, and I get really oily in my T-zone, especially right now because it is so humid and disgustingly hot where I live right now. So this is when I get like my most oily, and every time I've worn this has kept my oils at bay like nothing I've ever experienced, truly. It really, it's like almost like its own setting powder type product. It's crazy. Now, it's not so matte that it makes my skin feel stripped. My skin, you know, sometimes if things are too matte on the face, it can be like really tightening on the skin. It doesn't feel like that at all. It honestly doesn't even feel like you're wearing a primer at all. Like, it doesn't feel like anything on the skin. It's very, very lightweight, but it just keeps it all, like, it just keeps the oils completely at bay. It really, really does. Now, it doesn't like smooth my pores or anything like that, which is fine, but it really, truly extends the wear time of my makeup. Like, normally I need to test a primer for a few weeks before I decide I'm like, yep, I really like you and these are the reasons why I like you. It was like, the first time I wore this, I looked at myself like kind of 3/4 through the day and I was like, wow, like my skin still is like not even got a little bit of glow coming through at all. Like, it's like, it looks exactly like how I put it on this morning. And I was thinking to myself then, like, maybe it's that primer. And I was like, I'll test it a few more times. So I wore it again the next 2 times and it did the same thing. And it's just, and I tried it with all these different types of powders as well, like the 3 different days, to make sure that it wasn't just like, say, my Chanel loose powder or whatever. I tried it with different ones and it did the same thing each of those days with those different types of powders and like I guess the strength of the powders that I used, if you will. So yeah, I actually really, really recommend this, especially if you have combination oily skin. I really recommend it because it really extended the wear time of my makeup and really kept my oils at bay, truly. I didn't expect to like it. I'll be completely honest with you. Usually a full matte primer like that is not for me. And I just kind of, I don't know, I just didn't expect it to do anything. I don't know why, I just didn't. And I genuinely am really impressed with that primer, so happy days. I'm gonna use my Sigma color corrector in light medium. I legit got 3 more of the soft coverage F48s in the Sigma sale because they had, I think it was like 50% off them or something ridiculous like that, and then free worldwide shipping. So I was like, get in the cart, you're coming home with me. This is my Kitco Cross Danessa MY10 brush. So we'll just pop some color corrector on. This isn't new, obviously, but this is my favorite color corrector if you're wondering. I think I might have used this foundation in like maybe one other video, but it might have been like a 3 looks video or something. But I picked up the new, it's not new, it's like a reformulation, the Ultra Le Tint Velvet from Chanel. I got B10. And I've used this a few times as well and I really, really like it. So I just pour some out on my hand. And then I also, in the Westman Atelier Black Friday sale, she had 20% off her website, I picked up her foundation brush, which I've been wanting forever. And oh my gosh, this brush is so soft and beautiful. And I love like the short little stubby handle. It's so nice to hold and it blends out foundation really lovely, but it also is like really nice for like cream bronzer and contour and stuff. So yeah, if you've been eyeing this and it's like, it was one of those brushes for me that like the size and everything of it just really, I don't know, it spoke to me. I just really have always wanted to try it. If you're the same as me and you just are super intrigued, I genuinely, I'm really liking it. Now you could stick with the Sigma F48 like soft coverage brushes, that kind of a thing. Other brushes, you know, it's not like a must have to spend this much money on it, but like, oh, it is beautiful. The brush, it's beautiful. And then this Le Tint from Chanel, it's really nice. It's I guess it's kind of, it's thin like a skin tint, but it can get up to a light medium coverage, not much more than that, but a light medium, which is nice. And then because it's that velvet finish, it just really like, I don't know, it just wears so beautifully throughout the day while still being really, really thin on the skin. It's really a lovely product, especially for like, say, summer. It's so nice. And you know, I find a lot of skin tints, for example, a lot of the time I find they're quite a dewy, hydrating product. And this is more of a foundation. It's not like a skin tint. It's just thin like a skin tint. But I always find that they're quite a dewy, greasy product. And this is not like that at all. It really dries down to be like a soft, velvety matte. Again, not drying, at least I find not drying on the skin at all. So that's like one layer. So you can see I still have some imperfections peeking through and stuff, but it's done a pretty decent job for considering how thin it is. Before I do concealer, I'm just going to take some of this Giorgio Armani, I think it's the Prismaglass gloss. This is the shade 7. It's like the brownie one. It's a nice gloss. Like, I think that shade is beautiful. It's not drying. It's quite hydrating actually, and it feels very, very lightweight on the lips. Kind of feels like a lip oil on the lips actually. And it's nice and glossy. It doesn't feel like my hair's gonna stick to it or anything, but I wouldn't say it's a gloss that I'm trying and I'm like, oh, I think this is a must-have. I won't lie. I think it's just lovely, and that's it. But I still like, say, the Lisa Eldridge ones more. But it's very similar to the Lisa Eldridge one. I will give you that though. Okay, let's do concealer. I thought I might mix my Clé de Peau concealer stick in the shade 3 with my Hourglass concealer in the shade Cream, because why not? Why not try a new concoction today? So I haven't tried this mixture together before, so if it looks terrible, that's why. Just gonna do that. And then we'll blend this out with my MY 8 brush. So I'm just going to tap out this concealer. I quite like both of these concealers, to be honest with you, so let's see how they go mixed together. You know, I like to mix all my concealers to create my kind of dream formulas. Actually, that looks quite lovely, doesn't it? Do say so myself. That looks really nice. Huh, impressed. For cream bronzer, I haven't used my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil stick in a while, so let's pop some of this on. And I need to remember it's super emollient, so less is more. I'll blend it out with my Westman brush just so you can see how nice it blends out. Look how quick and easy it just blends out cream bronzer. So nice. I really like Westman Atelier's brand. What did you guys shop in Black Friday sales? Let me know if you bought anything, or if you didn't, that's okay. I mean, gosh, this cost of living at the moment, let me tell you. I also buy all my like Christmas presents and everything in the sales, so it's good. It's good timing for that kind of stuff. Also, I can't believe I honestly am in September in my mind. Like, I just can't believe how quick these last few months have gone. It's not even computed to me that it's even nearly Christmas time, and like I've got my Christmas tree up and everything, but like I'm not in the Christmas zone yet even. Like, it doesn't feel like it's that time of year to get into the Christmas zone. It's going too quick this year and I'm freaking out about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, where is the time going? Where is it going? Anyone else? I think this is all coming together really nice, if I do say so myself. Okay, what are we up to? Powder. I'm just going to take my La Prairie powder. I didn't pick up a new one in the sales. And I actually can use this for my under eyes as well. But I need to tap some out in the cap here. So I really like just using the little powder puff that comes with this powder because it's so luxe and beautiful. I'm just going to set my entire face. Has anyone else picked up this powder, like since Nikki LaRose kind of, you know, raved about it? Because it's really beautiful. I didn't feel that way about the foundation. I just thought the foundation was average. And unfortunately the foundation like broke me out, the La Prairie foundation, because of the SPF, but this powder is, ooh, gorgeous. We are set. Let me go quickly do brows off camera and then we'll be right back. We have brows, and I just quickly put a little bit of the Hourglass Micro Black eyeliner on my top waterline. Let's finish these eyes. I was really lucky. I got sent Sophia C's Beauty. This is only a couple of the brushes, but Sophia C's Beauty's brush set from Esom. And I've got a couple of their palettes, which I'll show in another video. But yeah, I was super blessed and her brushes are awesome. So this is the S31 from Esom, from Sophia's set. So I'm gonna go into this shadow, and this is a really good brush for the under eye. Like, I've been really liking it for my under eyes. Just a little pencil brush, I'll go into this one. Just for the inner corner, I'll take some of my Integrity stick from Rare Beauty. Just a little touch. Oh, that's pretty. And then I'm gonna not put any eyeliner on my lower waterline today just because I have a lot of computer work to do. But I will take some of my Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash and pop some mascara on. I want to get the Hermes mascara next too, actually. Has anyone tried it? What do you think of it if you have tried it? right, so that's the eyes. I think they look really pretty. I really like how that's turned out. I'll tell you my thoughts though on the actual palette and whether or not I think it's worth it at the end. No spoilies. So What's Up Beauty sent me their new Cinque Terre bronzers. So they sent me the shade Light and Medium, and they're gorgeous. So I should show you. This is the outer packaging here. And then it has like the shade name, and I believe these were made, where are they made? Yeah, and then these are made in Italy, and they're like that marbled formula. So this is Light and this is Medium, so there you go. And I'll swatch them for you. And Light is definitely the shade for me. Light has more of a neutral undertone, whereas I find the Medium is just a little bit more orange, or warm I should say, undertone for me. So that one's Light, that's Medium. Hopefully that's not blurry. So yeah, I definitely prefer the Light. So if you're my skin tone, you'll probably prefer that. And these are beautiful. I have been using these for about a week. So this is the T59 brush from Sophia Sees Beauty's Esom set. And I really like this for bronzer because it's so soft and like just hugs the face perfectly. So let's pop this on. Now you can get this on the What's Up Beauty website, which What's Up Beauty has some really great makeup products, but also their their makeup brushes period are really beautiful. So definitely don't sleep on the brand. Look at it. It's really, really blurring, really buildable, and just really subtle. And I really like it. Really, really like it. It reminds me a bit actually, yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Lancome Tan Idol formula actually. It's just that real soft kind of blurring type formula that I just love. And then because this is such a light shade for me, can really like, and it's so buildable, I don't have to worry about it like me being too heavy-handed with it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that, I think that's stunning. I think this is gorgeous, you guys. Do not sleep on this brand. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. Wait till you see the blushes. Before we do the blushes though, let's use this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Aqua Highlighter. I got the shade 2 Stellar, and it's the same packaging as what the liquid blushes come in, the Luminous Silk blushes that they just recently did. So let me show you. So this is the shade. It's pretty. It doesn't show up on my skin tone at all. I just pick it up on my sponge. And I think this is nice. It's kind of like a nice gel subtle highlight. It has an ever so soft little fleck of glitter through it, like ever, like fairy dusting. But if you don't like that at all, you will not like it. It's not my favorite. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here ranting and raving to you guys like I do about the Lisa Eldridge liquid highlighters, the Gucci liquid highlighter, or the Westman, the Say, for example. It's just a nice highlighter, and I think if you're a Giorgio Armani fan and you just can't help yourself, like, you probably won't be too disappointed in it or anything. Or if you're someone, for example, that does like a little glitter fleck, just a little glitter fleck, I don't know if it's showing up here, then you'll really like this. But it's not a must-have for me, this, at all. But it does like really melt into the skin, like it's not tacky at all, you know, that kind of a thing. So yeah, it's just not a must-have for me. It didn't wow me like, you know, like some do. I've got 3 new cream blushes. I picked up 2 more shades of the Westman Atelier cream blushes in her sale. I couldn't help myself. I picked up Chauchette and Garçon. So let me swatch them. So Chauchette and Garçon, and I'm obsessed. I think they're amazing shades. And then I also picked up one of these Huda Beauty blush filters. I got Strawberry Cream because in my members only live the other day, all of you that were on the live were raving about how good these are, so I couldn't help myself. So this one's Strawberry Cream. So that's Strawberry Cream. So Chauchette, Garçon from Westman Atelier, and Strawberry Cream from Huda. Very pretty. Oh, all 3 of them are gorgeous. Let me show you the What's Up Beauty blushes first before we pick a shade from the cream blushes, because we need to know which powder blush we're going to use. If I'm honest, I just want to use all of the blushes. So it's the same compact with the blushes from What's Up Beauty, but this was a pink compact, sorry. And then it's like the marbled baked made in Italy formula, and I have all the shades, so let me swatch them for you. So these are the blushes swatched, and then so starting from here we have Peaceful Pisa, Serene Sienna, Relaxed Roma and Gentle Genova. I just love the Italian theme, especially because they're made in Italy. Aren't they beautiful? They are beautiful. I'm sorry, they are stunning. And they just perform exceptionally on the cheeks. Wait till you see. Which shade will we use? I'm not gonna lie, this one's my favorite. And I do think this one's probably gonna be the better one for today, even though I really wanna use this one today, but I think this is gonna suit more because it's a bit more of a nude. You guys know that I'm obsessed with these already. So let's use the Huda cream blush just so you can see what I think of it and what it looks like on. So this is Strawberry Cream, and I just like to pump some out on my hand and just like work my sponge in. And it does smell like strawberry creams actually. It smells delicious, this blush, I won't lie. Just lightly, I'm gonna dab. And again, I actually really like this blush filter from Huda. It's like a gel formula, very, very lightweight and very buildable, and like undetectable on the skin. Like, see how it just looks like a tint almost? Like you can't see the product on the skin at all. And you can build it up, like you will need to build them up. They are like a buildable formula, which I personally like. But see how much you can build it up and like how it's just so seamless on the skin, truly so seamless. I actually really like them. So thank you to the members, because if it wasn't for the members, I would never have tried that. So let's take Relaxed Roma. It's my favorite. I can't help myself. And let's take this Spectrum Cross KJH01 brush for blush. I know I'm not using my Smashbox. Who am I? This was actually a nice powder brush too. Oh, see how pretty this blush is? Look at that. I'm putting more on just so that you can excessively see it, and I'll tame it down in a second. Isn't that flawless? You need to stop it right now. Stop it right now. Just stop it. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. These blushes, you guys, and the bronzers from What's Up Beauty, phenomenal. They have not paid me to talk about them or even show them. They just sent them to me in PR. They're great like that. So not sponsored, truly. Wouldn't share them if I didn't like them. Love them. Love them. I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And then if you've got a little bit ham on the blush like I have, just taking this KJH02 brush with my Christian Louboutin powder. I'm just gonna reset through my T-zone and just kind of like, just tame down the blush a little bit. I just wanted to put a little bit more on than normal just so you could see it a little bit more pronounced on camera. For lips, I picked up one of the Say lip liners, and this is the shade Flirt. So it's very pretty. Very typical brown for me. So I'm gonna line my lips. I gotta say, I really like the look of it. I like how it applies. It's nice and creamy, but it's actually one of those formulas for me on my lips that's almost a little bit too creamy, in the sense that it does kind of migrate upwards and outwards from my lip lines. So I can't see myself like repurchasing this. It reminds me a little bit of the Fenty Beauty lip liner, which is a shame because I really wanted to love it, and I really wanted to love like the Fenty Beauty ones, but it doesn't stay put long enough for me. It kind of just like migrates out of the lip lines, and I end up with these ginormous looking lips, and it's not intentional, you know, because it's like overlining to the max from the migration of the product, if you will. And then for my lip color, I'm going to take Romy from the new Lisa Eldridge Rouge Experience. Gosh, can't talk today. Oh, perfect. Gosh, I love these. I love these lipsticks from Lisa. They're gorgeous. And then let's put a little bit more of this Giorgio Armani gloss over the top, shall we? Perfect lip combo. All right, let me go do my hair and we will zoom out and wrap this up. All right, my friends, this is the finished look. What do you think? I really like it. I feel like this whole look has I just feel like it's come together really, really beautifully, if I do say so myself. So that's a heap of the new makeup that I've been trying lately and that I picked up in some Black Friday sales. That's not all the makeup I picked up in Black Friday sales. Nope. There's still quite a few more orders to come, but they're gonna take ages because the shipping. So anyway, all right, let's talk about this little Hermes quad, because I feel like that's probably one of the bigger pieces that you want to know about. Listen, is this worth 175 Australian dollars? No. If you can get this on sale and you're just really intrigued and you want to pick it up and you like a more softer eyeshadow formula, think like almost like a kind of like a Chanel, but not the baked formula, but not a baked formula, I should say, then sure. And there's a color story and you just love Hermes and you just can't help yourself, go for it. I don't think you'll be necessarily disappointed with keeping those things in mind. I definitely think like the YSL quad, the Clé de Peau quad formulas, for example, even like some of the Chanel quad formulas, I do think they're a nicer formula, but I will say I'm not disappointed. Like I have zero regrets because this looks beautiful, and I actually like how this metallic is a bit softer as well, and the mattes in here were really stunning. I actually can see myself getting a lot of use out of this, to be fair, just because of how soft the mattes are. I just really liked it, and like this through the crease with this all over the lid for like a really soft, subtle, smoky brown eye. Oof, oof. So for me, I'm actually really, really happy enough that I may, only on a sale, pick up another one. Like that's how happy I am with it, but I want to preface with this wouldn't be for everybody. So, you know, everyone's value of dollar is different. You do you make your own decisions. I'm happy though. The Huda blush is really pretty. I really, really like it. The What's Up Beauty bronzers and blushes, you guys, phenomenal. True, they're phenomenal. They're so natural and stunning and easy to use. Lovely. The Esom brushes, gorgeous. The Spectrum Cross KJH brushes, stunning. The Westman Atelier foundation brush, love it. The cream blushes from her, always love. The Tom Ford primer, obsessed. Like I really picked up some gems. I really, really have. I think the Giorgio Armani liquid highlighter is an easy skip for me. I even kind of think this gloss is a little bit of a skip for me, to be honest. Not a skip, it is lovely. I shouldn't say that because it's so lightweight and it looks gorgeous. But I do think the Lisa Eldridge ones are nicer. But maybe if Lisa Eldridge isn't easy for you to get, then this is probably a good option. I think that's like most of the new makeup we tried, right? I can't keep track of it all. Anyway, that is hanging out, getting ready, and I'm about to go to work and played with new makeup. None of that made sense. I've lost my mind. You know, not filming for a while, this is what happens. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Have you tried any of these products? Are you eyeing any of these products off? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you've made it this far, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. I truly appreciate you. Extra special shout out to my Lily absolute legend and all my channel members here. Thank you so much for your support. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.